Hey guys, Charlie here again. Happy New Year. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the adjustment of the front bearing. I've gotten a question on YouTube about how to adjust the front bearing on the P12 roasters. Before we go out there, make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. It helps YouTube recommend the content to more people. So we're back here today and I'm going to show you, I always get questions about how to adjust this, the drum. This is the adjusting. When I tell you guys the adjusting nut, if you call me, you'll hear talk about the adjusting nut. The adjusting nut is this right here. If you notice, there are some grooves. Now, your unit should come with a hook wrench. And the hook wrench, when you're gonna adjust it, you pull this out, and if you notice, it sits right there and there. So lefty loosey, righty tighty. Or clockwise, counterclockwise, whichever way you want to do it. But the very first thing you got to do is you must loosen the set screws. This is a 2.5 T-handle. Put it in there, just give it a couple turns. It's got 3, and I'm not gonna adjust this because this is already adjusted, but just for illustration purposes, I loosened the 3. That's all you got to do. Do not touch these. These are just the cover for the grease bearing if you've greased your unit before. And then obviously, by checking in here, you're going to know if you need to adjust it in or out. I like to play it safe, and you can have a 1.5 millimeter gap in here. And when you're doing that, you also have a feeler gauge that comes with a unit, and if it ever comes out of alignment or gapping, I get this question as well. Well, why is it? If you loosen these when you wanted to clean this cover and forgot to tighten them, the drum will move when you're roasting. It won't move a lot, but eventually it gets out of gap. 1.5 millimeter on the gap. And once you adjust it, you tighten it very good. These are dog pointed, so you want to make sure you don't strip it, but make sure they're tight. So if the drum is away, you have a bigger gap, okay? You're gonna want to go back, because when you go back, it's going to pull and it's gonna close the gap. If the drum is touching with the faceplate, the front plate, then you want to go in, and when you go in, it kind of opens up. Once you do that, make sure you do the north, south, east, and west when you're gapping your drum. You can get away with just doing this side, and this side, because you'd have to remove this charge gate to get the top. But our drum is set in a way that the top will be slightly more open than the bottom, and it's by design. So don't worry about that. You can gap here, here, and here. 1.5, if you get that, that means you're good. So these are things that you're gonna want to keep in mind. Make sure these are loosened at the beginning, and you tighten them at the very end. In the next video that I'll be doing, I'll be talking about the rear bearing, which is a sealed bearing on the Series 2. Means it doesn't need any grease. So I'm gonna show you the bearing so that when you hear some sand, I talked about this before, if I'm not mistaken, it's quite okay. It's dry grease that when the bearing spins, it makes that churning sound. All right, I hope that helps you, and till next time.